On a quiet Tuesday in Lagos, the heartbeat of Nollywood deemed as a shocking announcement rippled through digital space. Monalisa Stephen, a vibrant plus-size actress, influential content creator, and courageous voice in the world of body positivity, had passed away. It felt surreal, like an unfinished scene in a powerful movie. The news stunned the Nigerian entertainment industry, leaving fans, fellow actors, and friends grasping for words to describe the loss of someone who seemed larger than life. She was only 33, young, radiant, and in the prime of her journey. Her battle had been mostly private, away from the spotlight. She succumbed to a combination of low blood sugar and internal bleeding, a quiet storm inside her that ultimately silenced a thunderous spirit. While her illness wasn't commonly known or openly discussed, those close to her knew she had been quietly enduring. The confirmation came through her immediate younger sister and was shared with the public by Seun Olokatui, founder of Best of Nollywood. The question on people's minds is how she ended up with low blood sugar and internal bleeding. But to understand her sickness and how it led to her death, let's take it back to where it all started. Long before the world knew her as Monalisa Stephen, the woman making headlines and viral moments, she was simply Ayobami Monalisa Stephen, a girl born on March 13, 1992 in Boston, Lagos, Nigeria. Though her roots were in Abia State, her life and personality radiated from the heart of Lagos, where she grew up. From a young age, Monalisa showed no signs of low blood sugar and internal bleeding. During her secondary school years, she gravitated naturally towards drama and dance clubs. There, she found an early expression of her passion. Her energy, sense of humor, and flair for performance became evident as she threw herself into school productions. Those teenage years were just the beginning. Eventually, she pursued a higher national diploma at the Federal Polytechnic in Ado-Ekiti, where her creative flame only burned brighter. After completing her higher national diploma, she could have opted for a quiet life, a job in administration or a role in a corporate setting, but she didn't. Monalisa had seen too many stories left untold and too many women like her left unseen. First, she made her mark as a video vixen and emerging Instagram personality, though her entry into the public eye was not marked by a grand unveiling. But what set her apart wasn't just her physical presence, it was her mind, her heart, her voice. In a country where beauty was often defined by Eurocentric standards and unrealistic expectations, Monalisa was a full-body disruption. She didn't fit the mold, and she didn't care to. With every photo, every dance, and every raw caption, she confronted the narrow lens through which society viewed women. Her curves weren't tucked away or hidden. They were placed front and back, glorified and at the same time shamed by many. Her Instagram became a battleground for body politics. She was reposted by Don Jazzy, spotlighted by blogs, and recognized by brands. Niger-faced model awarded her a car, a plot of land, and the visibility she had long fought for. Still, online fame came with a heavy cost. Monalisa was body-shamed relentlessly. After she became famous, from her full bust to her stretch marks to her round tummy, no aspect of her body was spared from public scrutiny. And yet, she responded not with silence or self-loathing, but with strength. She posted more, she spoke louder, she built a community. Monalisa didn't flinch. She wore crop tops where society said she couldn't. She posted dance videos when others expected shame. For every ounce of hate, she poured back double the self-love, and slowly, her platform transformed from a gallery of images to a movement of empowerment. What most fans never saw was a toll that fame and her body took on her health. Behind her wide smile and contagious laugh was a woman grappling with chronic conditions that were not just inconvenient, but life-threatening. Monalisa struggled with hypoglycemia, persistently low blood sugar levels that left her dizzy, fatigued, and sometimes on the brink of collapse, a condition that required constant monitoring, dietary caution, and energy conservation. But she didn't have the luxury of rest. She was an influencer, an actress, a one-woman brand, and the content had to keep coming. Worse still, she suffered from internal bleeding, a silent but deadly ailment. The details were private, the symptoms gradual, but the consequences were devastating. Her body, which she fought so hard to celebrate, was also quietly betraying her. The same flesh that society scrutinized was waging a secret war. She danced through dizziness, she filmed through fatigue, and when the camera stopped rolling, she lightly lay down in silence, fighting a battle none of us could see. When you are a symbol of confidence, the world rarely gives you permission to be vulnerable. Monalisa's brand was built on being bold, so where was the space to say, "I'm tired"? Where could she scream, "I'm scared"? She tried. Through late-night post and emotional raw interviews, she cracked the surface of her truths. She opened up about battling depression. She confessed how exhausting it was to constantly be strong. She fought not just for visibility, but for respect. Despite her talent, Nollywood didn't fully embrace her. She appeared in films like Breaded Life 2021 and the critically Mami Wata 2023, where her comedic timing and presence were praised, but substantial roles were rare. Producers often cast her for comic relief or token representation, never as a lead, never as a love interest. They need to do better, she once said about the movie industry in an interview with Punch News. For all her outward confidence, Monalisa battled internal demons. She was open about her struggles with depression, loneliness, and suicidal thoughts. The facade of online popularity could not protect her from real-world pain. Her digital smile often masked her tears. Body shaming left scars deeper than the skin. The constant ridicule she endured for simply existing as she was unapologetically took a toll. April 29, 2025, a video appeared on her page. Monalisa dancing, swaying confidently to Davido's 10 Kilo. Her smile was radiant, her joy palpable. In a caption, she offered love to confident women everywhere. No one could have guessed this could be her last message to the world. She passed away just days later at the age of 33. The cause? Complications from chronic low blood sugar and internal bleeding. Her sister broke the devastating news, followed by a confirmation from Seun Oloketui, founder of Best of Nollywood. Shock swept through the internet. Tributes began to pour in. The actress who has spoken so loudly, danced so boldly, and lived so fully was gone. The grief was immediate and intense. Her fans, many of whom had never met her, wept openly. Her final video became a shrine. Her Instagram transformed into a digital graveyard of memories, tributes, and unanswered questions. How could someone so vibrant disappear so suddenly? How could we have missed the signs? But perhaps the signs were there, hiding in her late-night confessions, in the carefully captioned photos, in the rare moments of silence. Monalisa had been telling us, we just hadn't even listened closely enough. Her death exposed not just a health crisis, but a cultural one. How many more women are smiling through pain? How many more feel the pressure to perform strengths at the expense of their well-being? Monalisa's legacy cannot be measured in followers, likes, or brand deals. Her true impact was emotional, societal, and deeply human. She dared to exist loudly in a world that tried to shush her. She broke ceilings not just for herself, but for every woman who had been told to shrink. Her story teaches us that confidence and suffering can coexist, that visibility doesn't equal invincibility, that behind curated posts there can be chaos. Rest easy, Monalisa. You carried so much, and now we carry your memory. You didn't just post content, you posted courage. You didn't just influence, you ignited. And your story, wrapped in both lights and loss, will never be forgotten.